Well, hi guys. It's been a few days since I've been in the shed. I shot a little bit of video last week removing these, the inner guards, and I sort of had a play with one, freshened it up a bit, and pretty happy with it. It was a Grand Prix weekend, so of course my brother came over from New Zealand and we pretty much spent the whole, 4 days. I took a couple of days off work. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I early finishes and whatnot, but I was not able to get into the shed at all, really. And so I did a little bit of work on the inner guards last week, removed them. I shot a bit of video removing them and just checking them over, and had a bit of a test go on one of them. They are, they're in pretty good nick. There's no rust in them. There's a few holes here from mud flaps, which I'm probably going to fill. Not fill with bog, but weld. Remove the old rubbers. I'll show you how to rejuvenate those. I've checked them. They pass the oh god. Is me saying they passed the brittle test? Well, there you go. That one didn't. Let's see if this one passes it. Oh yeah, that one passes it. So we'll have to replace one. Rather than buying them, just go down to Clark Rubber, buy the same thickness rubber, and use the old ones as templates. You will have to iron them flat. Don't, for God's sake, use your inside iron. You'll probably wind up divorced. Just an old steam iron, and under a wet towel, lay them out and press them. Because there's a lot of work that I've done already which is not on YouTube. It's on my Facebook group, which is ZF Fairlane Restoration. If you wanted to join that, it's pretty cool because that actually tracks all of the history of the build from the time when I actually reversed the car into the shed. Good news is it's Easter coming up and the excavator's coming home for a little bit of TLC. So I'll have to spend a couple of days on that, but certainly I've still got a lot of days up my sleeve to work on the car. So I'll be able to pull the motor out this Easter, which is a real plus. And then we can really start into it and get that radiator support done and get it back on the car. Anyways, enjoy. I find this tool here very handy. It's just an old Phillips head screwdriver, which you put a slight bend on it, and then you just grind a sort of a scallop into it and round the back edge. So you round it off on the back edge. It's called a spike. Every upholsterer has one, and they're a bloody good tool. Great for pulling out staples or, you know, bending up little bits of steel and whatnot. These are quite, I don't know if it's high tensile steel, but it's really strong steel, these staples. So we have to get them out. So you just peel them up, tap them out with a hammer, and just flick them out from that side. Okay, I've got them all off, which is great. These lower ones, they just didn't pass the crack test, so they're too brittle, so I'm going to replace them. I've got some rubber there, which I'll cut some new ones shortly. I'm just going to give these a quick clean up, and I'll wet and dry them, and basically to wash them, and you know, I'm just going to use the black touch-up spray. On the XW, I've got these powder coated. You know, cost me about probably $40 to get the 4 of them, $10 each, powder coated. But you know, I think I eventually wound up by putting deadener on them anyway, so it was a little bit pointless. Theoretically, yes, you could POR 15 them, but these are what, you know, 30 odd years old. There's only a little bit of surface rust on them, no holes at all, except for the mud flap holes, which I'm going to weld up now. Just to blacken them up again, really. It's really important if you want to stay married, okay, and you value your marriage, do not go to the house and get wifey's bloody iron, alright? So it's pretty bad. Looks like a piece of rhubarb, but we'll flatten that out and take a good pattern off it. So I've got a piece of felt. You can really use anything, just a towel or anything, old towel. Just put it in there. The reason why I like to cover it is because that is rubber, and I'm going to be putting a fair bit of heat into it, and I just don't want it to stick to the bottom of the iron, even though it's a shed iron. It's a bit hot. This is a piece that broke off. This is 1.5 mil rubber from Clark Rubber. The metre costs, I think it's roughly about $22. So if you see these rubber sets on eBay for any more than $22, I'd be saying, make me own, thank you very much. That line's really hard to see. Cuts really easy with scissors. You could cut it with a Stanley knife, but I wouldn't bother. Now there were 2 holes that have been punched in the bottom, but they are actually for a Tek screw that screws through into the actual inner guard, not onto these bolt-on parts. So I'm going to punch them because they looks like they've been professionally punched. Lovely. This is one I started the other day, but I had to go and buy some new drill bits. They obviously punch these staples through with some type of dirty grade staple gun, and it basically bends the steel and bends the staple, and everything sort of gets sort of out of shape a little bit. And the holes are just bare minimum. That's, you know, the gauge of the steel that's actually been punched through. So what we need to do, just for your own sanity really, is we just drill these out slightly, okay, so that it just makes it easy for when you're replacing a crooked old bent staple, so that it'll go in. So I'm going to go probably use a 2 mil drill bit, just to open them up. Those holes look to be about 1.5 mil. Oh yeah, so much easier. Oh my god, that's really good. Need just a little anvil type arrangement just to help you get those staples bent over. Yes, needed a slightly better anvil. So basically what you need to do is be able to bend that staple over, but it just keeps wanting to pop out the back. That's good. Voila. Driver's side. Yeah, so come up well. These rubbers are still a bit stiff, but that doesn't matter. We know they fit. Okay, it's actually really quite quick. It's quite cool. Okay, so you start on the longer ones. You start with the rubber exactly level at the top, and you start at the top and you just work your way down. There's no holes to go through here, so you have to make your holes. So yeah, so you just start at the top and you work your way down. Push it against the edge there, hold it there and drill. Into the anvil. And that's it. Good. Nice and pliable too. Alright, I'm going to give these a little blast of deadener. The reason is, I bought this for the fuel tank, for underneath the fuel tank, which I've already done, but there's still a reasonable amount left, and this stuff goes off real quick, so you probably, once you open it, you probably got a couple of weeks before it gums up your gun and whatnot, and it's pretty much a throwaway item. Oh, it's going awful. Okay, so there we have it. Brand new rubbers on the lower sections, all stapled on, and I masked them off because I didn't want the deadener over the rubber. So yeah, she came up really well. This is yeah, that's the old rubber that I've just put on. I've cleaned up. Came up really well.